Welcome to Skyton Academy's cryptocurrency pillar, where we equip you with essential skills for the digital economy. Explore the fundamentals in Crypto 101, delve into sectors like finance and healthcare, and master security measures. Safeguard your investments with our Crypto Scams module and learn to spot scams. Discover the art of secure storage with cold storage techniques. Elevate your trading strategies and more. At Skyton Academy, thrive in the crypto revolution. Unlock your potential. Enroll today for just $50 a month. What's going on, ladies and gents? We back at it again for another incredible and riveting episode of .Connect Wednesdays. This is episode 59. We got a couple things that we're going to go over today. I'm going to be on a little bit by myself. Steve will come in a little later on. But we have one of our family members who is here with us today. She joined us today. She's been missed sincerely. She is one of our incredible family members and students. She's been with us almost since the jump. Sonya Davis, she's here with us on the call. And I want her to come up and say a couple things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you up, Sonya. I'm going to pin you. And Sonya, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm getting better, thank you. I just wanted to say good evening to everyone. I wanted to let everyone know that I'm very grateful and I'm thankful for your support, your generosity. It did not go unwelcomed. I truly appreciate it. It is good to be a part of such an amazing family. For those of you all who have been here as long as I have, you know who you are. I'm not going to name drop. You know who you are, and I truly, truly appreciate you and all the newcomers. It's been a long time coming. Like I said, I'm steadily getting better. It's a day-by-day process, but with family like you all in this community and continued prayers, it's going to help me. It's going to go a long way. So I'm not going to take up too much time. I just wanted to verbally, physically say thank you to everyone for your support. And I wish you all well.
We absolutely love to see you here. And we appreciate you being here on this call, even just to come on yourself and give those words to the people. So I definitely did want that to be recorded. I wanted that to live. So anybody who catches the replay, nobody would miss it.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome. We love you. We appreciate you. You gonna stay on with us?
I'm going to stay on for as long as I can.
Okay. All right, definitely.
All right.
So we appreciate you, Sonya. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. Love you too. Love everyone. Thank you.
All right. So, ladies and gents, that was Sonya. I want to get into a couple things before we actually start formally .connect today. First things first is for all of our portfolio management students. Actually, you know what? Before I even go there, I'm going to drop the message in the chat. So to everybody who sees it, you guys can click the message. You can still support and all that good stuff. And I'll refresh the post in the Academy. So I'll put that in announcements as well. But you guys can check the chat. That's for Sonya. All right. So anybody who didn't originally, or you feel it on your heart to contribute, that's the message. Y'all go ahead and bless up. All right. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all for that. So to get into the stuff for our students, portfolio management, first and foremost. Every single person who has signed up for portfolio management, we have been killing it. We've been giving super gems to every single person who has elected to have a portfolio management. We've been giving great recommendations, things that people can improve upon, heightened security measures, all things, right? So there's a lot of new updates that we've been able to give you guys. The one thing that I do want to do, that message was not to kind of pat ourselves on the back, but we're just really big on making sure you guys are taken care of. What we're doing right now is we're curating a cheat sheet for you guys. So everybody who has gotten the portfolio management, you guys did not receive a physical copy of the cheat sheet. There's a couple things that we're still adding to it. So once it's all the way complete and we make sure everything is dressed, we'll make sure that everybody who's done the portfolio management will get it. Everybody who is going to do the portfolio management who has yet to send us your email with your information, you guys will also get the cheat sheet. And then once all of the portfolio management consultations have been completed, we're gonna call all of you guys. We're gonna get all you guys wrapped up on one call, and we're gonna kind of revisit just to make sure everybody is held accountable. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to have been doing. They've knocked out their homework assignments, and we can continue to grow and push forward. All right. This is the year of elevation and execution. So every single person who has had a consult, you guys had homework. You had things that you needed to improve on. Nobody's consult was perfect, right? We had some people who are in different positions than others, but long story short, everybody is going to be held accountable. We want to make sure you guys are getting the best value out of your consultation. So we will collectively bring you guys back on a call, and we're going to go over a couple other things with you guys. All right. The people who have yet to submit your information, you guys have until, I believe, August 10th was the cutoff date that me and Steve discussed. So if you have not taken the 1% and you elected for your portfolio management, I need you guys to get through the 1% trilogy, complete the full trilogy. And once you guys finish, submit the email to us with all the things that we requested in that email. Just respond to it, give us your desired days and times, and we will get on and get you guys scheduled. Again, that cutoff date is going to be August 10th. So, we need you guys to get on a good foot, make it happen so we can make sure you guys are taken care of. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. So there's been something incredible that has happened that we've spoken about many, many, many times. And this is one of those we told you so moments. You guys already knew what was to come. So 2 days ago, there was an Ethereum ETF. The S1s were submitted. It was actually approved. So we formally now have the second ETF offering. So it is official. We now have Bitcoin ETFs and we now have Ethereum ETFs. With that being said, you guys know what's going to come with that. More exposure, more institutional investors. There's going to be large behemoths that come in with billions and trillions of dollars in capital and assets that they are going to eventually trickle in that capital into this market. So everybody who is properly positioned, who has been taking notes, who's been paying attention, you guys are going to be handsomely rewarded, right? That's not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I know. The same thing happened with the Bitcoin ETFs. Now we have the Ethereum ones. Shortly after the Ethereum ETFs, we are going to get Solana, which is still poised for either 2024 or first quarter of 2025. And then following that, or if not simultaneously, we're going to get an XRP ETF that was confirmed today in a interview with Brad Garlinghouse. So the Ripple CEO, he came out and he said, yes, it is official. We are looking forward to it. We're excited. And we would love to host an ETF. So with them already being on board, Ripple already has huge partnerships going on in institutional places. And one of them is BlackRock. So if you know anything about Larry Fink kind of gave you guys the insight to what 2024 in the future is going to look like. He told you guys the next glimpse into the future is going to be ETFs and is going to be tokenization. Right? You already know what that is. Everybody who did portfolio management, you guys got a watch list. Make sure you guys are following that, full of RWA projects that we already know are kind of big boys in the space already. That narrative is super huge. Real world assets is the third largest narrative right now, present time. and artificial intelligence is right behind it with number 4. So that just lets you know where we're at, where we're headed, and there's a lot of eyes that are going to be on the crypto markets. Do not get sidestepped. Do not get shaken out of your positions with all this political stuff that's going on right now. It is hyper important that you guys stay focused. The reason being, anytime there's big money moves going on, you have to follow the money. You have to follow the narratives that are going on. You cannot be shaken out by the nonsense. If you get thrown off track, there's going to be nobody else here to save you. I mean, you're here with Skyton, you're here with your family, so we'll make sure that you guys kind of get the pertinent information that you guys need to. But you already had your Bitcoin halving, so you know you're going to soon have your altcoin season. And with altcoin season, most of the alts right now, they exist on Ethereum. I personally, you guys know my stance. I don't believe in proof of work or proof of stake. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are not my go-to assets in this crypto space. Yes, they do move, but there are far more greater projects that are going to shake the world and shake up the way that we transact and we kind of do business here in the world, right? Not just in the United States, but globally. So one of the things that I wanted to highlight with the ETF, the custodian is going to be Coinbase, as you guys know. Coinbase is the big boy, is the player, right? Coinbase put out a series of tweets that I kind of want to share with you guys. This is big because Coinbase is going to be your quote unquote #1 United States based cryptocurrency exchange for all things, right? Everybody in the United States right now, you guys are starting to see other exchanges shut down. And I'm going to go over a little bit of that as well. But Coinbase just put out a series of tweets and they said, basically, I'm going to share an infographic with you guys, actually. And then I'll go over these tweets. Can everybody see that? Sharika, give me a thumbs up if you can see that. All right, cool. Appreciate you. So this infographic right here, this is letting you guys know there's 52 million Americans that have owned crypto, whether they previously have or they do right now. And these are real-time numbers, right? They literally just put out this infographic about 24 hours ago. Crypto is huge, and Coinbase, of course, they love ETFs. They said it's $8 trillion that have been invested in the United States ETF industry. And right now, there's 60 billion in the total spot for Bitcoin ETFs. What that means is that we now have a second contender coming in with this basket of ETFs, and this is going to be Ethereum, of course. There's 63.4 billion total value locked on the Ethereum blockchain. And with that being said, that means that there's going to be a lot more capital that comes in, and there's going to be a lot more people who adopt not only cryptocurrency, but they're going to start getting involved in the technologies like distributed ledger, smart contracts, so forth and so on, right? It's all going to come into the space because you see these facts and figures. The cryptocurrency industry right now and these ETFs are the perfect catalyst. They're bringing retail and institutional guys to us. So when we talk about mass adoption, what this means is you guys have to get positioned now, because sooner than later, they're going to start pricing you out. They're going to start buying up all the cryptocurrency that's on exchanges and these different exchange houses. And sooner than later, you're going to run out of cryptocurrency to purchase. The only way you'll be able to get it is through retail or resale, where we will be the people who hold the bag, or institutions will hold the bag, and we will have to go to them to get it, or they will have to come to us to get it. And at that point, your price points are astronomically higher than what they are right now. So I say all that to say these facts and figures that are just here, they're deeper than numbers. The total market cap right now for cryptocurrency is only 2.4 trillion. There's institutions like BlackRock who hold 10 trillion in assets under management. That's a 5x of what the total crypto market is right now in one company. So imagine when all the rest of the big boys come in and they actually start swinging that pendulum. It's going to get different. But all of these cryptos are not going to last. What I want you to understand is this is the time where you can't play halfway in, halfway out. You have to do you have to do your research. You have to do your due diligence. And two, you have to have conviction in your research. You have to look at the projects that are poised to change the world. Those are the projects that you should be able to put your money behind and your convictions behind, because 9 times out of 10, those will be the ones who last through the Black Swan, through all of these political, games that they got going on. And they're the ones, right? So without naming specific projects, I just want you guys to know utility is going to be the next bull run. It is going to be the catalyst. All right. So Coinbase. Coinbase came out and said this was their messaging. Coinbase said by increasing the usage of Ethereum, spot ETF investors will help advance Ethereum's utility and contribute to the overall ecosystem. They definitely need it because, again, proof of work and proof of stake don't work. Spot ETFs will help catalyze further growth and innovation beyond just these crypto markets. Coinbase is proud to be a trusted partner and custodian, powering 10 of the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs and 8 out of 9 of the Ethereum ETFs that just got approved. That's huge. So again, telling you guys again, Coinbase is going to be the key player. We don't know if Coinbase is always going to stick around, but right now they are definitely creating a big footprint in this space, having that type of power. They are the custodian for 10 of the 11 Bitcoin ETFs and 8 of the 9 Ethereum ETFs. So Coinbase definitely is the leading institutional grade custody solution, and they're going to continue to be that big boy for the time being. All right. So that is what I'm going to cover on the ETFs and Coinbase. I just got an email today, actually yesterday. Mexc is one of our cryptocurrency exchanges that we recommended to you guys to be able to utilize and transact. That exchange literally just sent me an email stating that they are not allowing US citizens anymore to transact on Mexc. So we told you guys this was coming. More and more exchanges are going to continue to shut down. They're going to kind of limit the amount of exchanges that we have access to. And we're only going to have a handful of cryptocurrency exchanges until the banks end up being your exchanges. So with that being said, we're looking into another cryptocurrency exchange for you guys to utilize. We still have the partnership with BingX, so you guys can still utilize BingX as a viable platform to be able to transact, to be able to do your futures trading. And by a show of hands, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys have been actively trading and utilizing Steve's futures calls. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so as long as I know that you guys are actively utilizing it, some of you will still have access to KuCoin as well to be able to do your futures trading. But right now, I was cut off, and I had an OG account with KuCoin, so I was cut off myself. Right, I never had the KYC on KuCoin, but now these exchanges are starting to tighten. So this is just a continuation of Choke Point 2.0. As you guys know. So just be prepared for that. Just always be flexible. In the words of Steve, he always tells me you got to be flexible. So I want you guys to do the same, and we will give you guys another exchange for you all to be able to utilize shortly. The exchange that we're going to give you guys, you're not going to need to do KYC on it for the time being. This has been verified. I have a couple friends who are already utilizing the platform, and they haven't had any issues. They're able to get on, transact, and they've been able to secure their profits from their trades and also withdraw with no problems. So that's just a heads up. That's a little nugget for you guys. Next, what I want to cover is the elephant in the room. We just had a, a Black Swan event, and it crippled a lot of things. That Black Swan was a cyber attack. It was one of the largest IT failures in history. And this was through a company called CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is an American cyber security firm that was founded out in 2011 in Austin, Texas. And they've been consistently growing rapidly. And they offer a security service using cloud-based software. What they ended up doing was they were making an update to the Falcon sensor. It's one of their pieces of software. It actually malfunctioned, and this is what caused the outage for hospitals, banks, businesses, airlines, all of the above, transportation services, all of that. What I need you guys to understand is that was just a glimpse of what's to come. There's banks all around the world right now who are shutting down for various reasons, right? It's going to trigger bank crises. People are going to do bank runs. So we're going to have a liquidity crisis because people are going to be fearful. What do people do when they're fearful? They go run and they take their money out of banks. So if people collectively go and do this all at one time, it will start to cause a domino effect. And then that's going to trigger the full Black Swan. What you have to do right now in these times is understand there's we got a masterclass that's coming out, I believe next week, next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. But we will shoot you guys out some info, some pertinent info for you guys, and we will have you guys sign up for that. But what I need you to really hunker down on is if you have multiple products within your bank, you are more susceptible to a bail-in, right? And I'm not going to go into details on this .connect for this. I want you guys purposely. I don't care if you was on plan 1. I don't care if you guys took plan 2. When we drop plan 1 reloaded, I need everybody in the building because it's going to impact and affect everybody. Every single person is going to get value from that call. Fact. So I need you guys on that call, on that masterclass. These things are going to continue to happen, guys. And with these Black Swans, if anybody has the potential for transportation services to shut down, for you have hospital services that shut down, these machines that are keeping people alive and abreast, all these things were impacted off one event. Imagine when the true catalyst occurs. It cripples economies and it causes mass hysteria to happen. This time, it was mostly the transportation sector that was really affected. Welcome, Steve. I got you pinned up, bro. My God. So
Going on.
come on, bro. Let it see you. Let us see you in the building. We had I had Sonya came up too. Sonya rocked out, and she
Okay.
shared a good word with everybody. So, and I think she's still on the call right now.
Sonya, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Definitely appreciate you. Did we repost the link?
I did.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna post it again too, just throughout the call, so it's there.
Yeah, nah, these listen guys, yeah, that masterclass next Wednesday, that's where you're at.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's the plan 1 for anybody who's in the academy, but it's a rebooted version of it. So we just kind of catching you up to speed with what's happening, what we foresee happening, how you can position yourself. Um Yes, you strap up. It's about to get crazy. That big case is about to end right now.
Let's
You
go.
know what I mean? Institutions and sorts can start to set their systems up now, because that was the only thing holding this whole thing back, guys. It's just you have some of the most the biggest companies in the world, but the most conservative companies too. That's closely tied to government. So they're not going to play cowboy like that and not comply correctly, because the SEC just be suing people and it costs money to just fight it. You feel what I'm saying? And most people end up just having to pay a fine. So it's like, when XRP first went into, well, Ripple went into litigation, the first thing all the exchanges did was what? They delisted it. Uphold was the only one that didn't do it. And to this day, I give them massive respect for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like that one is a true decentralized situation, or probably owned by the government or something.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, we had 100 different places that we could buy it from. We even showed you guys how to buy it direct.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Operation Choke Point. These exchanges are starting to shut down. Mexc's the next one on the chopping block, currently. So if you have any, are they shutting it down now? You can still pull stuff off, right?
Yeah, right now they have the message says that they are only allowing people who they cut off the option to go in and take your assets off. And if you have anything in your trading account, to remove it out of your trading account and off the platform. Once
Did they
everything,
give a?
they didn't give a date, they didn't give a time frame, but I got that message via email and as soon as I log into the app. So the last time this happened with Gate.io, this happened, it literally gave us about 30 days, 35 days max. So I wouldn't play around. So if you guys have assets on there, it's just time just to move them, just to be safe. And you shouldn't have anything really on these exchanges anyway. That's one of our rule of thumbs. Get your assets off these exchanges, especially right now. We just had that cyber attack. So, you guys know if they shut down the internet, they shut down exchanges, they shut down your ability to be able to transact, whatever happens, happens. And in the fine print on these exchanges, they already tell you they're not responsible, they're not entitled to give you anything back because they're owned by the exchange if you leave your assets on the exchange.
And listen, it's the same thing as the banks. The only difference is you guys didn't read the pamphlet that you got when you opened the account. And nowadays, when you open the accounts online, we just checking off boxes now. They've completely dumbed us down.
Yep.
Right? And they still follow what? The Constitution of America? How many people can actually even read script anymore? Y'all see where this shit is going? Think about it. We the last generation that can read script. My kids can't read that.
Yep.
I think my daughter might have called it the tail end of it. So they're just gonna keep that joint in script, huh? Yeah, I might want to read that for some entertainment. It tells you a lot about who you are. Yo, this country is a business. It's a corporation, guys. We got to treat it as so. Have no love for this shit. It's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They just rocking us to sleep with the emotions of this elections. It's black versus white male. It's like this you couldn't even script a better movie. This shit is all written. Stop buying into it. It's gonna go the way it's gonna go. And all you can do, I don't care which side comes in, we're screwed. If you don't know how to move correctly, you're screwed. AI is here, automation's here, jobs are being cut, interest rates are rising. People can't afford the basics of it. I'm talking about hyperinflation. And the part that y'all not realizing is the reason it's going to get worse before it gets better is because every country in the world right now is dumping US dollars. You can't even transact in US dollars on a Russian stock exchange. They are squeezing the hell out of that dollar right now. It's worthless. We could probably go to these countries and pick up bags of money in the streets. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fact.
Them shits they're making paper hats out of them things. Sailboats, cowboy hats. What else can you make out of it? Let's go. Cars.
Yep.
Keep going.
Paper mache, paper penguins.
Right. A middle finger.
Right? Bags, actual bags out of the money.
Right. We just listen, man. Stop, guys. You got to start paying attention. It doesn't matter who wins the election. It doesn't. it's so polarizing that they just gonna rock us to sleep at the worst time in history for us to not be paying attention to what they're doing. And I'm telling you, if you position in crypto, you good. You know how many trillions of dollars is about to rush into this market right now so everybody could hedge against inflation? Where do you think they're gonna put the money?
Mm-hmm. Right here. Right here.
There's no coincidence that the ETH ETF was approved so fast. There's no coincidence why Solana is next and then XRP's after that. There's no coincidence why this case is over right now. So if y'all not burning the candle from two sides, but either investing in Ripple and XRP right now, and I'm not saying this, you need to do your own research. You need to do your own research. This is not financial advice. Let's move on. What else we got?
So
I'm not trying to even go there today.
yeah, nah, listen, you drove the point. So they get it. If they don't, they sleep. You know, they'll have to wake up at some point.
And listen, this is the part I want to encourage you guys, man, because it's so easy to get on Coinbase right now, right? So that's the easiest exchange that anybody could wrap their head around. I guarantee you the most unknowledgeable crypto person that has a Coinbase account is probably, if I had to guess, 99% of them are sitting on Bitcoin and ETH. That's it. Actually, 100% between those two assets, either way.
Yep.
Because that's the narrative. Those guys get to build what they build around it. But trust me, the biggest ETF has not been released yet. I promise you. And it's not going to be Solana.
Facts.
ETH is already priced in.
With this ETF situation going on, where do you see ETH going in this next?
No, they're only going to touch 3,800. It's not eating nothing on this cycle. That's it. It's 3,800 on this cycle right here.
I like that. I like the way you think.
Nah, it was already priced in, bro. We were buying ETH at $3,000 2 years ago. You telling me this thing didn't have a floor to it? Come on. And don't listen. And the only reason that ETH hasn't really completely evaporated is because they still got a lot of people locked into that staking protocol and shit they got. So I know people that come to me and they're like, I can't get it out. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, yo, they have a whole lockup period.
Yeah.
And no one read the small print. They are making money on that money. They're making money on that money that's getting staked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what are you getting back? He was like, I don't know, 5% a year. I'm like, that's the bank money.
Damn shit. Damn
That
shame.
is the institutional product of all institutional products, Coinbase. Anybody that's on here that's working, that has a 401k, trust me, you're going to have to run your shit through Coinbase. I promise you that. I promise you that. That's exactly what BlackRock is doing right now. They're building a new digital 401k, and you guys better hope that they save some of y'all money. And if I had to guess, they're not going to do it because they don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they could always blame it on a cyber attack. Go look at CrowdStrike. Champ, just pull it up. Give me the top 5 investors from CrowdStrike right now.
All right.
The top 5 biggest investors of CrowdStrike. I'm going to show you guys exactly how they're going to play this situation. And when they turn the lights on, they cut back on, you're not going to see the same. You're not going to see the same numbers in your accounts.
All right. Top 5 right now is.
And we could probably all guess what it is or who it is.
So top 5, hold on. Top shareholders. So you got Vanguard.
Boom.
You got the iShares.
Boom.
You got Vanguard World Fund.
Boom.
Fidelity.
There we go.
And then you got T Rowe.
Keep going down. Go to 6, 7.
You got Amundi, and then you got Investco.
Nah, that ain't the right list, man. You sure that's CrowdStrike?
Yeah, this CrowdStrike. Yep.
BlackRock's on there too. They're pretty big. So the point I'm trying to drive home right here is you got the
BlackRock
biggest. That's for iShares. There you go. Yeah, okay, so
Yep.
that's two. All right, cool. Yep. So you got Vanguard and iShares, BlackRock, Vanguard, in whatever order you want to say it in, two of the biggest companies in the world. So you can see how quickly things could be shut down. You understand? And when you look at these companies right now, I'm telling you guys, everything's about to be tokenized. What they're going to do is the way they're going to pour the liquidity into the market is, remember, they're dealing with nanoseconds, even when they play the stock market and everything, right?
Yeah.
The numbers we see is not the numbers they see. They're running a lot quicker than us. Okay, it's like dial up versus like fiber optic. There's no even comparison to it. That's how those guys make money in the stock market. High frequency trading. It's so fast. The minute the bell opens, everything's priced in already. Okay, so when you have the ability to control that sort of technology, we're talking about the stock market included, and even the crypto exchanges. And then you already have orders that are already placed. Because think about it. And I'm not putting my tin hat on for this one, but somehow some big guys were shorting Donald Trump's stock, right? On the day prior to him getting assassinated. The stock end up running up. This is the parlor situation. The stock end up running up opposite because he lived. So but more people put in. So that short, they was damn near down $200 million. Do you know they asked for the money back and they're getting the money back right now? So it's like the trade never happened.
Crazy.
When you say cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, right? That's what he says. He says, Bitcoin, protect your Bitcoin. These guy's dumb. I mean, so if you see me with what's her name on my page, this guy's dumb too. I can shoot things all day on him. I just want y'all to not get tricked like you did the first time with Obama, but whatever. So if you ever vote on one party topic, for me, it would be cryptocurrency and blockchain technology to be protected and ushered in correctly in America. If I was to bet on one thing, why? Because both sides are going to do the same thing to us regardless. Both sides are going to do the same things to us regardless. One side wants CBDCs and we know what that's about. And the other side is they've already identified that they don't want it. But the socialist side, which is the Democrats, right? That's the side that's always going to have the people on their side. So that's the easiest crowd to control.
Yeah.
And that's why they would opt to put in programmable money as government funds of payment. This stuff's already happening, guys. I'm telling you, everybody's tokenizing gold, and a lot of these the bond market's been tokenized already. All of it, the light price on that asset that keeps flashing the wrong price. The wrong price, champ. They talk about that joint is $10,000 behind the scenes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now.
Already.
And all to do is press a button. Already. How many glitches have you seen in the last 2 weeks?
Oh man, probably six or seven. And I'm talking about
So let's talk about it.
numbers, super high numbers. I just saw, and I wish I would have had more time. I would have screen recorded it. I had saw an article where somebody was connecting the dots. Shout out to Crypto Hulk. He basically was putting out that there's the first tokenized fund fully ready to go. When I say the first tokenized fund, this right here should let you know, one, not only was the narrative spot on, but the players behind the narrative, that's going to connect the dots. And we have interoperability. We got to have a platform where these tokenized assets can move freely at scale, right? For pennies or fractions of a penny. And we're talking about millions and billions of dollars of assets all flowing. This is going to be insane. So the people that's still sitting on the sidelines, to put that in context, imagine somebody put $1 trillion, right? We'll just say $1 trillion. Imagine somebody put $1 trillion on a train. You were in the subway station and all you had to do was get on the train and you was right there with the money. But you chose to watch the money, watch the doors open and close and the train take off. I'm going to let y'all make that decision on what you should do with that analogy. Like, this is really what's happening right now. Multiple
Listen,
companies doing
just
this.
to keep it so simple for them, right? And especially the ones in the back. The the dollar is losing value by the day. Okay, it's literally throwing up. Okay, you're at a currency life cycle. We're here. We're at that 100-year mark right now. They already approved. They already have us back in the gold standard. They voted on it already. So many states have already acknowledged gold as legal tender. A lot of you didn't know that it wasn't at some point, and they reinstituted it. Right.
Mm.
This is what's happening on a state level right now. You're not paying attention. That's why we tell you, hold a little bit of gold and silver because they just want us. And back in the day, you had something that just kind of had stored value. So your dollar.
Can y'all still hear Steve? Okay, Steve, I don't know if you can hear me. We lost your audio. There you go.
What was the last thing you heard?
Probably about 30 seconds ago.
What was the last thing said? Oh man.
All the game can hear. They cut the juice. Yeah, they clipped him. He was in mid sentence. I couldn't catch. You
So
start
nobody
breaking
knows
up.
the last thing I was saying?
Nope. Because you start breaking up so bad nobody can hear you. But you did say this is why we tell you guys the whole gold and silver. I think that was
Oh yeah, it's a whole gold. Yeah, it's a whole gold and silver. So now every state is acknowledging it, right? They even started to sell it in Costco.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it just look at the sign. So understand, guys, the price of gold is not the same everywhere in the world. So what they're doing is they're backing their debt by the commodity, and then they're raising the price of the commodity to bring down the actual debt. You will have to buy, everything is going to be tokenized. So there's going to be so much more money accessible in every market, right? In every market, because now we can start even investing in the African market in seconds. You see what I'm saying? And those are the better markets to look at right now because they are creating new businesses and verticals with resources that they normally were giving up for free to the colonizers. So as they start kicking them out, we have to start looking at that continent.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that you can't stop them from being on a stock exchange, all that formality shit, the good old boys club. Now all they got to do is tokenize it and put out their own shit. And how does information flow out here? Fast.
Speed of light.
Fast. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why they never want us to have connections to that country to make us feel like, one, we ain't from there. Two, like it's not rich. Because growing up, the only images I ever seen of Africa was like babies with flies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Big stomachs, and donating. Even to this day, you look at the skyrise, the architecture, bro. America does not have anything on most parts of the world. Outside of it being a great marketing machine, it sold you on education. Them parents fucked up. They went and recruited the best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
You come here to get educated, and then you go back to just liberate. You're gonna play here in the competition that's out here. That shit ain't, this is not made for us.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, because if we all sat on a ton of wealth right now, we would not be dealing with this country on a full-time basis like this. I promise you. at the rate that I'm seeing the amount of people that are in expat communities right now across the world, and this is one of those communities that Champ and I are trying to like champion, because not only did they leave, but now they got to know how to move with their money without having to be tied up in anything attached to a central bank. And if that assassination attempt was truly real and it was sloppy, it's because that man is talking about really just taking us off the central bank.
Mm-hmm.
Every president has been assassinated that's attempted to do that. And, you know, Kennedy, same thing.
Yep.
He was shot from the driver of the car. He wasn't shot from a rifle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gaddafi, same situation. He was trying to
That's
liberate.
and Trump is going to declassify that. And he said that's one of the first things he's going to do. He was shot from the front of the car, it wasn't a rifle. It was the driver.
Wow.
But it happened so quick. They got the tape.
Yeah. That's just
All
wild.
right. So I'm just telling you that, listen, no matter which way it goes, the lesser of two evils, Dumb and Dumber, man, put them together.
Dumb and Dumber. Snap, man. Go ahead, man. Unleash.
It's dumb, man. Y'all getting caught up in that. Y'all better start getting your education up. Keep your cold storage wallets updated. You know, drink lots of fluids. Put your feet in the ground at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Let that sun hit on you in the morning. I'm telling you, man, do not drive yourself crazy. This is like the biggest heavyweight fight ever, like a Mike Tyson joint.
Yeah.
It felt like Tyson Douglas. Like we knew something was going to happen that night. But we didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Yo, they're going to be rocking y'all to sleep. Black women, keep sending that money into that lady, man. Clearly we got money in our community for shit.
I just seen something today. They sent the fellas, it was some guys, they sent I think it was 50,000 dudes. They sent like another 1.1 million to her or something like that.
Oh, the She Boys?
Yeah, it was some guys, man. Nah, this is some black brothers.
Nah, they're not. Nah, they're not. That's not. I don't know. I'm not
What's your
buying
man,
that.
Rolando? He was. I guess he quarterbacked that. I'm like, yo, this is getting wild, man.
I'm telling you, man. She's gonna raise $1 billion, bro. You're gonna see how much money the black community really has, and then let's see dollar for dollar what you get back from it.
Not a
Dollar
damn.
for dollar. Let's see what you get back from it. Because you got to look at the current. This administration is the current policies that we in right now. Don't be dumb. This administration is not crypto friendly.
Yeah.
We just playing with the big boys now. That's why. That's how you know you're on the right side of it. When the Democrats hate something, it's because you're playing with the big boys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know the power of this technology. That's the crazy part. Amassing the wealth is not the problem. It's seeing all the possibilities that are out there. So that's why we're doing AI. That's why we're doing the masterclass next week. Just the shit. This is damn near it right here.
Straight up. Straight up. I forewarned him at the top of the call.
You told him I've been spazzing. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. We're gonna show you who's the most at risk if you're at a bank right now. We're gonna tell you how to minimize your risk. Wow. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good talk, guys.
We still sticking with the we going with next Wednesday, 31st. We gonna end the month off July with a bang.
Yeah. We're gonna bang them.
Let's go.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I need y'all to drop a one in the chat if y'all gonna be in the building.
Put your night clothes on, ladies. Tie that hair up. Let's go right to sleep after that. And listen, bring a friend. Trust me when I tell you that. They're gonna be leaning on you. If you're the only one winning around you, you better get up out of Dodge because everyone's gonna be leaning on you. Because everything went from you messing with that crazy crypto shit to like, yo, why you ain't tell me about that? I'll be like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. It's the link in the bio. Been doing this shit for 2.5 years, solid, every day, never took a day off.
Straight up.
We deliver some sort of information in some way. So who's the most consistent?
It's Skyton, man. It's us.
We got the biggest crypto platform, man. Straight up. We got partnerships with Stripe. You could buy crypto from us directly. Come on. We showing you verticals, ways to make money, operating cell phone towers. We've been accumulating coins. Shit may not make sense now, but we're gonna be laughing later. You're
Insurance
watching a whole
connections.
infrastructure being built. We ain't just deliver crypto, we delivered a whole entire fucking package. And then on top of that, I showed y'all how to save some time. Some time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we have a planning and execution guide. You got to get on it. You got to start now. And then at the top of the year, you just really organize and just kind of how things are going. And then I have a sheet, a bonus sheet that we put in there where you put the amount of hours that you spend doing all sorts of tasks. And we have it written for you, and it does the calculations automatically. So you put it in minutes. So IG, sleep, all things, food, work, and then you'll get a number at the end. Because I'm like, yo, how is it that this is where it's gonna get good. How is it that we have the most technology that's supposed to save us time, but somehow we have less time than we did before when we didn't have all this scheduling shit? So then I start to really think about it. I'm like, they've been selling us convenience since the beginning of time, right? So when we used to wash our clothes by hand back in the day, before washing machines, so when the washing machine guy came, what'd he sell you? He sold you convenience. Then after a while, there starts to be more and more convenience being sold, and then it starts to push you into what? So what do you do now for a living? Because you don't need to do anything else for yourself. You're only a worker. At that point, you could only identify as a worker. I live multiple verticals in my life. I'm not only a businessman, but I'm a full-time husband. I love the shit out of my wife. I'm present with the family every day. Every day I have breakfast with the kids. Every day I do morning trainings with my kids every day for the summer. I rock out I garden. It nourishes the family. I play with herbs every morning. I make tinctures. I'm well prepared. There's a protocol in the house that I'm building. Anytime somebody coughs, they get the oregano oil. They call me the potion man. I'm setting the tone and bringing back old shit that we used to do before convenience came. That's what I'm doing. I'm not getting caught up in the convenience world. So I start looking at where my time is. And we're actually spending more time looking at nonsense and just meaningless information, right? Devices, information that's forming the way that we think, right? If you're following the wrong crowd. So I'm just telling you, because we don't feel, we fell for all that crazy, the infomercial dudes that was online during the pandemic, selling you the lifestyle marketing. They know who they are. They all blocked me. I got a small little page, man. I'm not even on that type time. I've never tagged anybody. So you just prove my case, big guy.
Facts.
You just prove my case. All I was doing was being the adult in the room. That's it. I'm not hating on y'all. I know there's no sustainability in sucker shit. Eventually, the formula doesn't work. Because I come from the school of thought, you can't start a business on convenience. That's why y'all failing at an all-time rate. And then on top of that, you were giving money that wasn't even really, should have been out there like that. All right, but you took a chance on yourself, so I'm with that. I'm with that. I'll always bet on yourself. But the problem is you didn't bet on yourself. You relied on those guys to put the battery in your back. They sold you a lifestyle. They made money selling you how to make money in whatever the industry is, but they don't make money in those industries. And eventually, if you don't look towards the future, you start to realize that all this money you spent on your credit, all of it doesn't matter. You should have been positioning yourself to convert that debt to assets, not small businesses at a time where it's the worst economic times for most people and we're losing jobs. You're supposed to buy existing businesses, right? And then you're supposed to add automation and things to it to make it more efficient, because the baby boomers cannot usher into this new economy. They're not interested in that. So you buy existing businesses. Laundromat, since the beginning of time, not a dry cleaners. Those guys are selling you dry cleaners. No one has to work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No one's washing shirts, man. They just sitting on Zoom and just with the same shirt on. I promise you, who has a dry cleaning bill? Stop. Stop. I got good fabrics. I'm not at the dry cleaners. Trust me. I'm not wearing none of it. It doesn't matter.
Straight up. Oh my God.
Everybody's a digital nomad, man. So y'all see where I'm going with this situation? You didn't bet on yourself. You bet on somebody else who put the battery in your back. And that's it. But that clown show, that shit is done. I told you, if the influencers could sustain the 2025, hats off to them. Hats off to them. Anybody that can make it to 2025, hats off to you. That's been on prior to the pandemic, not these new pandemic dudes. You have to have been building the stuff prior to the pandemic. Because the pandemic, guys, is like you just fixed your credit and then now you have a whole credit repair company and everybody's selling the Black community credit repair. And then what came after credit repair? Right? Debt.
Debt. Mm-hmm.
As the price of debt is increasing, y'all starting to see why these banks are even giving you out of money like this at an all-time high? They needed depositors. This is like the subprime mortgage shit, only for the banking industry. Think about Navy Fed. You think Navy Fed is a strong bank on paper?
No.
If you just had to, like, without even knowing what you know about it.
Yeah. They hurting.
They got a bunch of loans out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They got a bunch of loans out there. How are people? I know people that aren't paying stuff back. You know what the crazy part about the debt game right now is? The banks are actually suing people now. So this is where you got to be careful, guys. So when they start suing them, they subpoena paperwork. You stated income. They're teaching you how to state income. That's not good. That's not good. That means that you're not prepared for the worst case scenario on paper. They didn't assume the risk when they talked you into that. So now the bank sues you, and then they go into the records to show that you weren't making X amount of dollars. So you defrauded the bank. What's next, champ?
It goes down.
They want the money though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whatever they do with the probation or the time or whatever, they just want the money because they want to put that back on the plus side of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we going too far. We going too far. Let's save it for next week.
Next week. My God, snapping.
I was supposed to do something completely different on this call. So now y'all not getting that. This was much better though.
Yeah.
So real estate. We got auctions coming up, guys. I'm gonna do a little call with you guys on a weekend. Just my members only. Yo, listen. At $50 a month, is there anybody that's not on the call right now? And champ, just drop it in there. Just trust me when I tell you. Come in here for $50 and just see what we do. You are buying insurance for your future. I promise you that. I promise you that. You could look at every single dot. All you have to do is go to the YouTube channel and go to .Connect Wednesdays, 59, 60 episodes. And if you dare to look at every single one of them and have a notepad, the entire thing is there. We can NFT that collection. That collection is worth a lot.
Big
I promise you. Pay the $50. Trust me when I tell you. I seen packs of meat for $50 now in the streets. Yo, the food prices are absolutely crazy right now.
Straight
I
up.
got a harvest. I got a fall harvest coming this year though. Yo, I'm telling you, we got to get back to some, part of the real estate situation. I'm looking into doing like homestead communities, right? If you don't know what that is, so you have individual houses, but then the yards are connected, and you give them you carve out farm space, right? So the whole community is farming, and then now cooperatively, you guys just kind of bring it all together.
Mm-hmm.
The shit is free. The food is free. I learned so much just by sitting out into nature. There's nothing on the internet that can teach me the amount of things I learned by sitting outside. Just 10, 15 minutes a day in the morning and just listen and just watch. Nature is actually talking. I promise you, I can't even make that up. When you just tapped in, nature is telling you something. I'm watching these trees. They can go from nothing to something, have no water for weeks, and then all of a sudden it starts to rain. And then boom, my crops prop up. I put that tap my sprayer water on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens. I'm just kind of keeping it moist. Yo, rainwater falls on this shit. The very next morning, crops.
Bro, yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is the key to life. They got us on the computer bugging. Yeah, we can go to the computer, have a little fun, make a little money here and there. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot be caught up in that situation like for the rest of your life. The retiring on the internet situation, you'll be dead. You'll be fried. I'm telling you, anybody from that generation that's going to continue to go on this ride and never have a retirement plan, and you have to keep recreating yourself, you will be labeled something, and they have a pill for it. Kylina, what's the other ones?
What?
The pharmaceutical names.
Oh man,
They playing around with us now.
crazy. They just giving all kinds of random ass names. What's the last dread I just saw? It was a shot. Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy.
Like, what is that? They just
Sky Rizzy.
randomizing shit.
Right.
They
And then,
bug-
my all-time favorite one, that mesothelioma. Like, come on, guys, just take some mullen, man. Stop messing with these people. That joint it still ain't working. They still promoting this shit. That means nobody got a cure for it.
to this day, bro.
You can't. It was 100 years ago. How is this thing getting passed on to people?
Wow, this hell.
Mesothelioma. Yeah, we should make a meme coin. We should meme coin all healthcare prescriptions.
Straight up.
I'm telling you, we should just meme coin that shit and then just get the money back to the people, man.
I'm about to reach out. I'm about to reach out to the good folks over at XRP Healthcare. I'm about to figure out. We gonna figure out something, man. We gonna try to figure out how we could create a vertical with that, man.
Yeah, all y'all got to do is just listen. I'm telling you, I promise you, just stay in the sun and just ground yourself a couple times a day, man. Take it. We got to take it back to the essence. We got to simplify this shit. This movie they shooting is wild, and I don't want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? It was a time. Don't get me wrong. I partied. I did a lot in life, but I don't want to be in this movie no more. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just want to walk around with a little cold storage wallet, jump on a plane or two in a day, eat, and come back wherever I land.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm just looking for reciprocity around the world right now. We're interviewing people that are telling you the stories. People are just they're just setting things up. This dollar is dwindling. And any country that you think to go to, you got to look at their cryptocurrency policies.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be crypto friendly. This country talking about 80%. Sleepy Joe said 80%. Sleepy Joe's not alive either.
He been gone.
But the first one's been gone. But this one right here, this one's gone. So she's president now. Yeah.
Should we could look? She look all over the place. Like, what is happening?
We all over, right?
Yeah, yo, nah, he went there. This is the rabbit hole manifested right here.
Yeah, but you got to understand, all of it is tied back to a system that's just failing, but it's keeping you entertained. If you just take the time out to just see what's happening in the background, right? All the COVID papers that are being published right now, bro, that shit is scary. It's scary. They have to distract you with something absolutely, it has to be as big as the bank has to be as big as possible. And we knew this was coming. And then you got the 10-day blackout, and then all lights on, all systems connected, and you're gonna be like, you're either gonna look at your cold storage wallet and be happy, or you're gonna be one of the motherfuckers like, that's what these guys were talking about.
Word.
And it's not gonna be Bitcoin and ETH. They're already priced in. Bitcoin at best is supposed to be like $5,000, maybe $8,000. ETH at best should be $80,
Yeah, that's crazy.
$100.
$100. Yep.
Yeah. They're already priced up. They've been priced up. These are the same prices from 2 years ago. How?
Straight up corruption, man.
Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see when it's case use season, we'll never go back to these times again. And if you don't understand case use, it's not about investing and making money off of that. It's about now implementing verticals within your own situation. Reinvest that money, figure out how to get into how to leverage artificial intelligence and what industry you want to sit in. We got over 30 industries. We're going to show you how you can make money in those industries and give you the AI, products that you need to facilitate those things, and tell you the market that you should be going after and how much money you can make per month charging these people this. There's a generation of people that are not going to understand or want to understand this new technology. We see it now. And the age is not what you think it is. It's actually very young. My peer group, the 45s to 50s, the most ignorant peer group when it comes down to crypto. We grew up on the internet. We were the first ones. And somehow we were getting disconnected to it. You have no social equity out there. You don't know what's going on. And I'm not saying that's a bad way to live, but when there's a storm coming, you kind of want to know, you got to have some sort of spidey senses. That means you just locked into just the everyday. And I don't think it involves much of like gardening and, self-care and things like that. You're probably partaking in some other shit, video games and roadblocks and all the craziness they got available for us out there.
Shout out to Play to Earn.
Play to earn. We got a whole gaming sector, a whole gambling sector. We showed this shit to y'all years ago. We here now. There's no more consoles. The days of the consoles is dead. Trust me. If GPUs start to come, I don't know where we're gonna find this power from. Them breakers gonna be tripping all day. But see, the way they're gonna conserve the power is if you are not tapped in correctly, you just won't have power certain times of the day. Problem, reaction, solution. We are going to be paying for everything, for access, even to leave this country. We've been told y'all about carbon credits. The only way to really make that system work, and it's a bullshit system, but the only way to really make that system work, first, all you gotta do is plant a whole lot of trees, and then we'll be done with this. But these colonizers would rather burn this shit down and then they're going to usher us into Mars and y'all going to follow them. We had 2026 is the 250 year of this place. Don't y'all feel like something's changing right now? They've gotten to the point where they have to show their hand now. Now they're not even hiding it. Slip of the tongue. They're using words like depopulation, and then they just keep going on. They just told you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the social conditioning. You can't spook somebody. You have to tell them and condition them to feel like this is happening. Oh, I saw this before. This shit is a real live movie.
Straight simulation.
Now they taking all the money out of circulation. Now you have the cash to credit cards. All the coins are already out of circulation. Nobody's even giving you physical change back like that no more. Right? You can't read script. You don't have money, cash money. Now when the lights go out, you need to transact. What happens to all the debit? What happens to all that stuff?
Shit ain't working.
There's some technology that's going to work in the background, guys. So yeah, we actually taught people ground level information that's going to change the way the world is being operated right now. And all you had to do was invest in infrastructure projects that are going to enhance the way that the biggest companies in the world do business right now, which is going to make them run more efficient. Everything's going to be more streamlined, and they're going to be able to make and move money at the speed of light every single day. And every market is going to be connected, so you can have instant liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more accredited investors. That money's dried up already. So when they talk about the wealth transfer, it's the baby boomers sending the money down to the next generation that's bugging. They don't even want the money, right? They all have the best houses right now. They're at the best prices and they got the best interest rates. They just won't die yet. That's the Nancy Pelosi's. They just won't die yet. But eventually they would have to die, right or wrong.
Facts.
They on borrowed time. One dude is freezing.
Straight
Like
glitch.
he's on Zoom. Like, yo, y'all watching this? Come on, this is the people that y'all voting for. No, we just need to just get together and just make this is economical, man. This it's just a financial situation. We just need to figure out a way to circulate money without it being in those guys' hands. And that's all it is. It's simple math, guys. We got the money has to rotate at least 10, 15 times before it leaves the community. But the minute we get it, we out the community, or everything that's set up in the community is not owned by us or controlled by us. Because they gave every single one of those loans to Asian people. That's why you see so much Chinese restaurants in the hood. They didn't come here with money. They take out loans.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do group economics, like the Koreans, they pool money together. That's how they get their shit going when they come here. And then you know what they do? They support each other's businesses. But when it's in the hood, they don't got to support the business because they know that model is made for the hood. That's American Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
They put bad spirit on that shit, man. Me looking back at the way I used to eat that shit, the way they used to talk to people and flick it, and like it was so wild, man. But damn that yellow chicken. I don't know what the hell was in it, but I'm glad I'm not an addict anymore. Am I the only person? Drop a one in the chat if that Chinese food wasn't really it.
Yeah, that was it.
It was it, right?
Uh-huh. Real spill.
All right, I just want to make sure I'm not bugging. But now, forget it. I'm no way. I can remember it. This shit had hair on it.
Straight up.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Gotta get some hot sauce.
That away.
The perfect hot sauce.
Still busting
Both sides.
Yeah, with the hair, with the fur on it.
With the fur on it. This is good. They got blackout tonight. They got blackout tonight.
Let's go. Yeah.
They got blackout tonight.
Yo, I meant to ask you this. The blackout, the trigger, right? I was gonna drop that on them to give them the actual link. The 404 is coming up. Is that intentional?
Nah, listen, give that to them next week.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yo, listen, if anything, guys, you need to get a battery powered radio. And we'll put that next week. We'll put that out next week.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a preparedness course coming out with
Nas.
Jedi Nas.
Mm-hmm.
She did a course in the past, so she's coming back out with it. So we're doing that in August. Actually, that might even have to be a masterclass. I'll be honest, because there's a lot of it's all life-saving tips and things you should have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be a masterclass. Definitely not a course.
For sure.
We'll course it up later, but that's it, guys. And if you know anything about Nas, all hands on deck.
Straight up.
You know, when they want to make herbs illegal to sell online, like they want to classify them as drugs. Y'all better chill with my herbs, man. Y'all playing around. You just can't beat Mother Nature, man. I don't care what you do. Like Dubai be underwater, keep messing around.
Yeah.
They never even said how much in damages that was. That whole city runs on electricity. Come on, how much the damage had to have been in the billions. You keep seeding clouds, and y'all think them chemtrails ain't it, huh?
That's why we got to do
Conspiracy theorists are starting to seem a little sane.
We 100.
Yo, to be honest, if you didn't have people like us, man, we'll really be screwed. Just look at it that way. You always opposites attract. So if you need a bad guy, you need a good guy.
Straight
But
up.
we can't all be riding on the side of what they do. I'm just telling you that. They do not see you as people, guys. You are a product. And you're just supposed to be out there earning, and that's it. And then you never own your home, you never own your land because you caught up in this tax structure. Debt to a private company. Because America sells every fucking thing. We sell everything. We got too many options out here. I went through the grocery store. I was getting ice. So I went by frozen section. Pizzas. You know how many pizzas I saw in there? Like, bro, it was like the whole cooler was different pizzas.
The hell?
So I'm like, this shows me that this is what families are buying now, right? This is the signs of the time. The frozen aisle is holding up the grocery store. Right? You need that thing to just kind of last a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So the course, you know, you'll get some tidbits on, you know, things you could do, ways. Just got to get back to just meal prepping, getting back to like what really even matters. Maybe we're not supposed to be eating all this goddamn fucking food. Right? Maybe what if we tried to stay out the middle aisle? You did nothing in the middle aisle for 30 days. You just shot the perimeter.
The essentials.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Salt and pepper and oil. That's it. So in April, when we were at my daughter, we went to, for her birthday, we went to damn, what's the area called?
It was in down in Florida, right?
Yeah,
In the Keys.
Florida Keys.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was before the Keys. When you first cross over.
Damn.
And hey guys, when you see the plan video, we actually we shot that in Florida too. That's all live footage of us out there. Hold on, guys. Let me see. That's an argument. Key Largo.
Key Largo. Yeah, okay.
We did a fishing excursion and we caught fish. You know, and then it's certain times of the year, they have to be certain sizes, and we end up having to keep two. You know, and then just to have that thing filleted on there, having a little bit of sushi out there, and then getting home and we ate out every night, so we didn't have to do that. But I was like, yo, I'm gonna make this. So filleted, put on ice, get back, kept it simple because we were just in a condo spot, so we have a whole bunch of seasoning, salt, pepper, oil. That's it. And yo, if I tell you how fresh that fish was, and knowing that it's nothing to boat, it's nothing to get out there because we love to be on the water, and you literally pick up dinner. That whole trip, I had to rethink everything that I'm doing in life. I told you about that. The private resort, just the top 1% of the top 1% have homes in there. And then it's also, you know, big golf course, but they have everything: police, fire, their own electric grid, runway. So we're looking at private jets. You can go to my page. You got to scroll a little bit though. Private jets taking off and coming in all day, in and out. Big homes, guys. You know what I'm saying? Restaurants, everything they need. So Obama used to stay there a lot during his presidency because it was already built in security. So you could only get in through one way, and then you can get in through boat. I mean, the size of these yachts that were over there, my God, seaplanes. These boys is wild in a seaplane. Come on, a seaplane.
Land on the water.
So every day I'm just in this golf cart and you just golf cart living. There's no cars. You know what I'm saying? You got tennis, waking up, tennis instructors in the morning, yoga. I mean, everything is there that you need. We had bicycles, we rented bikes, we were getting around, golf cart to get to go see the houses. The homes are like, forget about it. Forget about it. 20, 30 million. Oh, here's the kicker. You can't just buy it. You gotta be you have to be sponsored by like 3 members. And then you got to go in front of a board, and then you got to show the back 10 years of financials so they can know how you made your money. Every restaurant you eat at, you have to have a collared shirt. You know, Steve always defies shit, so I have one collared shirt, bro. I had shirts, and they were button downs, but I got a different type of flow with what I like. And I'm like, come on, man. So, you know, we ate like outside the restaurant in a open area, and then one restaurant kind of let me in one night with it. But yeah, they were on that. It's a private club. It's super conservative. You know what I'm saying? They let in who they let in. And it's all business. Some of the biggest, you know, the guy that had the yacht, every morning I'd wake up and I look at this yacht, and you see the cleaning crew is stirring at 5 a.m. It kind of took me back to when I used to go to Haiti, because out there things start early. You hear like roosters, and then you hear somebody like sweeping, and then it slowly starts the traffic noise. You know what I mean? So there's that time where it's just quiet, like not a golf cart, nothing. And I can hear them just wiping the yacht down. And I'm like, damn, this family is sleeping as this crew is getting it ready for them before they wake up. And I'm a big boat guy. Like, if my biggest splurge is going to be, nah, I'm doing fractional. I'll just rent it from them guys. I don't want that. I'll give them $1 million a day. So, or catch one in distress, right? Because this going to transfer. Them dudes ain't going to land on the right spot either. Trust me. That's the part that gets fun. That's where we can really play catch up. Right?
Yeah.
Straight up. So I'm watching the yacht situation. You know, the whole trip just changed my entire perspective on just, and it wasn't even so much the wealth. It was that you can get just this amount of land and you can create a whole infrastructure, because even just the runway for the private jets, you didn't need a whole lot of space for that. These ain't big 747s these guys are bringing in there.
Yeah.
And here's the wild thing. They do like big fishing excursions, right? So dudes will bring up big boats from like Mexico, and then they'll have a whole competition. Michael Jordan, you know, that sort of crowd. And, you know, I'm hearing stories of there's always accidents there. Like one big billionaire from, huh? Oh,
Don't tell that story.
yeah, my God. Yes. That's why you need a wife, guys.
The watcher.
The looker.
The watcher. What up, sis?
To see all things. How's she on mute? She even got unmuted.
Look, she got this. I ain't even unmuted. She got the secret sauce. You know, she good.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, so the point I was making was there's infrastructures that we could actually really build like that. That was what I was more impressed at. You know what I'm saying? I think we just got to a point where it's just density, man. It's like it's just time to move. And I'm not saying move out of the country, just move out. So they're saying that the Midwest by 2050 is going to be the #1 place for retirement. Right? It's going to be the #1 place for retirement by 2050. And it makes sense. And when you start to even go to like the Forbes list of top places to live in 2050 and see that list, and see even Detroit, Michigan on there. So when you got the rising tides in the South Florida, you know, the Keys, all that stuff's going to be like underwater.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't build certain barriers. So they have this thing called a doomsday map, and you can kind of see. So like Wyoming, you know, all those places where Kanye and them was, you know, Dame Dash got something there now. Kanye probably should have never sold that stuff. But that's going to be the most valuable land. You could look it up. It's called a doomsday map, and they kind of show you how the United States is going to look differently. Like all types of erosion, and you know, it happens. This has been happening. You look at maps; they never really look the same, and they're probably not even real, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Round or flat?
Flat. It's a pancake. Tell them come see me. Yeah, T. Let's go, T. T know what time it is.
Yeah. So last but not least, so Nike is losing stock at an all-time high. Start paying attention to retail too. Retail will tell you kind of where consumers are going.
Yeah.
Right. You have a lot of the new running shoes that are on market right now. That took a nice market share. Hookah, all this stuff. That's what the kids are wearing now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what runners are wearing. You know, finally somebody made a real running shoe. Yeah. And then them just price gouging for so long, you know, $220 sneakers, they started to get a little wild. So now they're talking about they're moving to $100 or less model. But it's like, nah, just keep the same energy, man. It's like, no, you got the money already. What more do you want?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You should send the first wave out for free.
Super necessary.
So watch how Nike is just canceling a lot of the smaller accounts. So there's no more Nike accounts like that. So Nike's taking stuff out of circulation. Why? Because now they're gonna start to tokenize. Sneakers authenticity, that they take the market share back from bootleggers. Right? Everything on that site that sells the sneakers, the trade,
Yeah.
that's not them joints is like fake. The big one. What's the name of it? Not Flight Club.
That's where I was going with Fight Club.
Nah, there's another one that's bigger, but it's
StockX.
StockX.
Yeah.
Majority of it is bootleg.
Damn, they on point. Whole chat chimed in too on that.
Yeah, so they know. I mean, just watch how things are being like constructed right now. You know what I'm saying? So Nike gets to control the aftermarket of sneaker sales. Why? Because they tokenize the sneaker. The technology is going to be in there. So when you sell it, Nike is going to get money in perpetuity for as long as that sneaker keeps trading.
Mm.
Who's going to power that infrastructure? What blockchain are we invested in that possibly might have that one? You see where we going?
That's crazy.
They literally have to create and take back market. They needed the assistance of those guys to create the hoopla behind it because Nike needed them to build the jail for them before they put them in it. Welcome to the give back, take back.
Mm.
So now sneaker traders, it's dead, bro.
Resellers, whoa, that's gonna be wild.
And they're going to start to discredit you. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to start to discredit you. It's only as valuable as people want to make it. But if you want to take down any individual, you could take down his sneaker collection in a second. Just through one scandal if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Because there's not too many guys that have signature sneakers like that. So they allowed us again, the culture, to build this whole situation, and they just going to take it right back. That's the Amazon effect right there. Amazon needed product. They got product. They took the data from the product and they became a competitor, and they sold the data to the people that you initially bought in, your clients. That guy's a piece of shit. I don't care how genius that sounds, man. Morally, that shit is just crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
It's bad enough you killing retail. Okay, cool, whatever. That's the nature of the beast. But to use people and then to just box them out like that is absolutely crazy.
Yep.
And then you sit there and then you give them like this little resale market. God damn, we keep falling for the okie doke, man. But we don't know where else to invest because everybody keeps telling you to do the same thing. How many Amazon drivers you think they're going to need in the future? How many Amazon factory workers you think they're going to need in the future?
Shit, with the demand growing, shit, they gonna try to replace that shit with robots. Shit.
They know it not try, it's already here.
Yeah.
The robot runs 24/7 and it's damn near error proof.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay insurance for it. So what do you think happens to the factory workers?
Cut off, get clipped.
But you got to create a system for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to do universal basic income with the new digital economy. It's going to be easier to track. It's going to be easier to program that money. That's why this thing is going to happen, guys. Regardless if you think it's not. I'm telling you. Show me how much longer this dollar could last. So I just got a master class, man. I don't know. Send a cash app in, man. We have a student of ours that it has been there for us, and we're making sure we step up and be there for her.
Straight up. I just dropped it again in the chat too, y'all.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not asking for much.
Yeah.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd want y'all to come check for Steve, man. That's all. And Champ. And anybody else. Because the stories we've been hearing this week with just in our student community is like gut-wrenching.
Wow.
Like absolutely gut-wrenching right now what people are going through. So, and the signs are all around. I picked up my son from practice this morning, and the coach, we were talking, and he's just like, he's talking about his son's journey going to play football, Division I football. He's a junior going into his senior year, but they're already doing the commitments. So, or maybe could be going into senior year, whatever. He's like, I got to kind of humble myself and just be accepting of just where we at right now. He's trying to get him up to a certain recruit level, and there's certain things that you have to do with, time, with speed and things like that. He's just not there to be like 4 stars.
Yeah.
And already being committed to D1, but it's like, just think about the massive pressure that we're putting on people right now. And the reason I bring that story up is because, just when I think like I'm going through whatever with my son and whatever, and then you got to hear these stories, and it's like, damn, somebody just doesn't even have that opportunity right now.
Straight up. Yeah.
I'm bugging. You know what I mean? So, to be honest, the Republican stance on things, and I'm not saying this for you to vote on anything. I'm just telling you, when you look at the basics of it, I'm not getting into the race thing at all. Because they're like that on both sides, guys. One says it and the other one just does policies that just kind of mess you up. Either way, you're screwed, right? It's people help people, and people don't turn to government for help. That's it. That's all they ask for. And then they open up the floodgates. They open up the money floodgates for anybody that wants to partake in it, as long as you have the correct information, right or wrong. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do. It's just all about lack of education and ignorance. That's the only thing that holds our culture back. And we're constantly always waiting for them to tell us where we need to be at any given moment. I didn't come here for this shit. I promise you that. That is not my mission. I'm the polar opposite of that shit. Do not tell me that I can't or this is the only options.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, then you're committing to that. Then so what? Then I'll throw that vote away. So let the crypto go. Man, open up the cryptocurrency market for us, please. They're gonna have at us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we talk about dual citizenship. You know, this is why people are, and then on top of that, your passport, that American passport, may not get into certain countries. And there's already restrictions when you go to certain places in South America, you have to show money in your account. There's going to be no flights leaving out of here, guys. You're not going to be able to get out of here if you don't have your carbon credits together.
Mm-hmm.
So all that digital passport shit, all that pushback situation that they did, all that is coming this year and next year. I just need to get it up to just fly private. I'm not dealing with those guys.
Yep.
You don't have to scan your hands. You don't have to scan your eyes. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't have to. It is data at the end of the day. Maintain, minimize, monetize. They just can't take your DNA and do whatever the hell they want with it. I mean, they do it when you get a case with the fingerprints. They do it when you're born, right? With your feet.
Yep.
They have our DNA. Why do they need the DNA? Think about that. If they usher that in, it's a big market and they're going to tokenize it. And they'll probably be on the Hedera network.
Yo.
So either way, I mean, you either want to just be on the receiving end of something, because you're still getting whatever.
Yeah, that's wild. Yo, that's wild. You said on the H bar network. Oh, that's
Hedera.
wild. That's it.
Hedera. I don't want them crypto guys to come at me like, man, you sound crazy. I know what it is, guys. I just don't care to talk about crypto all the time like y'all.
Straight up.
Y'all say the same thing all the time. But listen, keep spreading that good word, man. I appreciate what y'all do. Artificial intelligence, you guys got to start looking into those coins. And I'm leaving y'all with that one.
Ooh,
You
nice.
got to start looking into those coins. I'm going to give you one right now. Take out your pen and paper.
I know
I keep telling y'all, I keep sleeping on this one. This is going to be a big one. Not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Please research the project. It's called TARS AI, TARS AI. Okay. It's on the Solana network. It's the first AI project that's on there that's backed by Solana. It has been integrated into the Brave browser. It could offer an immense amount of it's a big suite of AI tools. But the biggest one that I like is the selling of GPU space in order for people to be able to build stuff. Guys, this is where the industries are going right now. You understand? You should be able to get paid from hard drive storages. You're going to start to see a lot of the warehouses are going to turn into data centers. This is the amount of information that's going to be flowing through things right now. And all of it is going to be able to, everybody's going to be able to monetize that information instantly. They have a staking protocol. I'm not eating that steak. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm sitting on the sideline right now. Champ knows how I am with that stuff. So if y'all want to partake in it, there's a Discord. There's a whole community behind this situation. Just look at the technology. That's all I'm asking you for. I'm not asking you to invest in it. But if you want to get it, it's on a Phantom wallet, and everybody should have the Phantom wallet right now. Because with that Solana ETF coming up, it's going to be those layer projects on Solana. They're going to be the ones to benefit.
Facts.
Helium Mobile. Now you're going to start to see them push them to the forefront. $20 cell phone. Oh my God, I'm overpaying for my cell phone company. Cancel. You're going to start to see the only people that are going to be advertising on mainstream is going to be crypto companies. Because at that point, the media just needs to get the information out there to start to train the masses. And now Skyton Academy is no longer a teaching academy. No longer a teaching academy. We are in implementation mode, and we just out here just doing what we do, whatever we want to do.
Having our way. Let's
Living. living. Yeah, so I'm excited, man. It's when you could kind of when you could kind of see far out the the craziness as much as it's wild right now, it's not. I know it's not going to last. You just got to be able to have strong footing. That's all. Remember, the housing crisis was the same way. It took down a lot of people, but then some people, shit was doing the most. They built skylines and waterfront after that situation.
Yeah.
But it's always the guys who are well prepared, who sit on the sideline. Why do you think Apple's sitting on all that cash? Why do you think Berkshire Hathaway sitting back on all that cash? The dudes ain't buying nothing right now. They're not investing in anything right now. They're just sitting on the sidelines, just waiting. And then once that market shorts, guess what? Boom, they in hold position. And we're ushering a totally new economy, asset-based. The debt game is dead. The debt game is dead. You're gonna have to back anything that you want to borrow is gonna have to be backed by an asset and not stated income. Not stated income, guys. They got you investing in things that are about to be obsolete. You got to start looking towards the future. Because if you stay here locked in, you're going to be distracted. This it's beyond lions and tigers in the Coliseum, man. This shit is crazy. We found a channel on our TV that shows us all the news channels together on tiles. So I got Fox and CNN right next to each other, man. And I partake in it for a little bit just to see. And I'm like, this is crazy. People are actually like drawn into this stuff. That's powerful. But you got them Pat Bevs, you got the Joe Rogans, you got a lot of guys, just the high level conversations, man, with keys. There's other means of communication now. So people are giving different perspectives. And it's just down the middle shit. The Academy stands on that too. We're not on nobody's side. We don't partake in things like that, man. We just doing what we doing. That's it. We have this information and we're just here to like spread it out. And we just want people to have a good footing. We're not worried about the now situations. You pay for insurance because you're waiting for something to happen, right? Just look at us as we're an insurance company now. All right, champ?
I'm with it.
We're in the insurance business.
Skyton Insurance.
Skyton Academy is an insurance company. You pay $50 a month to stay in the goddamn know. That's it. You put the shit on 1.5 and then just go back to the YouTube channels and shit. We don't even know if YouTube mess around and take all them shits down.
We still got the file.
So you don't have ownership of that data. We have the original files, but I'm saying we don't have ownership of that data on their platform. So this is when you move into the DSOs, the decentralized, internet game.
Social media.
Come on, you telling me that that's not supposed to be coming right now? DeSci.
Yeah.
You got decentralized science coming. Trust me, the science data is all over the place, man. It's like in the old library system, card catalog. That's how science is. Those are the same guys telling us what the hell to do. They haven't cured one thing. They haven't cured one thing. So it looks like y'all gonna be taking the bird flu vaccine. All right, just be on the lookout for that, guys. They're gonna tell you the death rate of that shit. They're gonna shoot a movie. So this is the time that you need to be more involved in your health and wellness, right? That's another pillar. Health and wellness. Y'all paying too much attention to the jobs that don't define who you are at the end of the day. And it's really just keeping you distracted. The information is all out there. They're already preparing. They're telling you exactly what's happening. And the reason why in Champ, that list that you name, every of investors in CrowdStrike And this is the connection. Every single one of them are linked to the WEF,
Wow.
the World Economic Forum, right? Whose agenda is that they're telling you that there will be a blackout that will send shockwaves through the world. The president, not the prime minister of Israel, just had a speech about that, where he talked about utilizing that weapon of cyber warfare if they have to do that.
Hold on, Steve.
So you're telling me at some point that Israel wouldn't turn on the United States?
Oh, for sure.
I'm just asking.
For sure.
Okay.
They
So
need
I'm just telling you. Okay.
They need a reminder. Hold on.
All right, well.
Hold on for the intermission. Hold on.
Oh, damn.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic. We all know.
You see what's there? Look at the right of that screen. You see what it says?
July 8th, 2020.
Listen, bring that back up again. Look at the right of that screen.
The Great Reset.
The Great Reset. We told you about this organization years ago. This is what we're going to bring back up again. Guys, they have these global 10-year agendas where the wealthiest and most powerful people, countries, senators, all types of people show up to these things, and they talk about things that are going to happen in industries that then need to be put in place in order to capitalize problem, and then the reaction, and then they have the solution. So they already know human behavior. They know how we're going to react to the situation. Okay, so the pandemic was part of the 2010 global agenda. So it's every 10 years, the big one. So for 2010, the pandemic was in the 2010 papers. We gave that to y'all. So that'll be put inside of the joint, the worksheet that we're going to have on deck.
Yeah.
So the worksheet, slight little upsell, but if not, you just listen to the story, take notes. But the worksheet's going to have clickable links, and you just sit back. You don't got to take no notes. You understand? So basically, it's a workbook. And I know a lot of you won't be reacting in the moment, but break if needed. Might be a little late, but at least you got something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I got for them, bro. That guy right there is a wild individual, man. You got to look at his family history. He comes from a wild, wicked bloodline. He just sounds crazy. This shit, even if he's a crisis actor right now, this shit is just nuts. Because everything that they put inside of those papers actually do happen. So when you look at the 2010, you see everything that we're going through right now. And then when you look at the 2020, the 2030, that's what they call the Great Reset 2030. So think about it. Power outage reset. What happens when the power goes out? Everything does what?
Shuts down.
Right. So think about it. CrowdStrike have the ability to turn off whatever industries they want. So if they want the private sector and they don't want anybody to have internet or cell phone personally, they could just do that. But they're still working in the background. You understand? That Ripple case was nothing more than buying time so the banks could just get in position. They've been testing the software. It's just there's so much banks that are behind. You know what I'm saying? So the digital dollar, every bank's going to have their own form of currency if they want. That's going to be no problem. but they just have to back it to the bonds. All the bonds that China and everybody's dropping, that's what's going to cripple the dollar. So they have somebody. The new bond buyer is Tether. I'm not making this up. That's who's buying the bonds now. China and them. Everybody's dumping those treasuries. And if nobody knows what it is, it's every dollar that we have here is a debt note, and they sell that loan. And then that's why the U.S. has a big whatever they're paying per month on the trillions of dollars and how we're accumulating money by the second. So we just played this over leveraged game, and they got the nerve to put IRS agents on citizens. Make it make sense for me.
Nonsense.
Make it make sense. I may not be the brightest guy on paper, you know what I mean, but you can put me with the best of them, man. Don't give me a pen and paper though, or a book. Just give me
Freestyle King.
maybe some multiple choice, possibly. Not too many options. Nah, whatever I put my mind to, I could probably do well. I wasn't a good listener in school. Clearly, I'm on the opposite side of like a lot of shit that goes down. So what do I know, man? I'm just a capitalist farmer, whatever you call that breed, man.
A capitalist farmer. I like it.
Yeah.
It's got a nice ring to it. My God.
I'll feed it on both ways, man. Food and that digital asset shit. So, all right, in due time, guys, we'll see. All right, but I can tell you that it's not Bitcoin and ETH, and bring anybody on to argue that. I'm willing to bring any crypto, Bitcoin, Mexc, anybody can come on our platform or go on theirs. I'm willing to do it because those guys are hella annoying, man.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be telling you, "I told you so," because you're gonna get the information late anyway. So all they're gonna do is ride it, and no one goes back to even take stats on anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting there trying to pull up old receipts because it just is what it is. No problem. We need liquidity.
Yeah.
So I could go ahead and teach them at $50 a coin. We've been on it. So keep teaching. Actually, bring more students in. That's our exit liquidity, guys. The late bloomers.
The late guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So that's why we can't have everybody at the seat of the table. Then that's called Bitcoin. No one sells. Everybody buys. No one wants to sell it. Bitcoin.
Beta.
BTC stands for what?
Beta test coin.
Can't make this up, guys.
Just straight up.
ETH is in beta.
ETH is an analog forever.
Charles, it's called Solana, a Nintendo cartridge. ADA, he'd be cooking up, man. That's a funny guy right there. Yeah. I hope he succeeds, man. I don't even know if I got any ADA. I might have a little bit in the tuck.
I don't have none.
Damn.
Super slow, antiquated.
And I had more safe moon.
Yeah.
I had a lot of safe moon when it went to 0.
Shit. Luna, what was it? What was that?
Terra Luna 1, 2, 3, and 4. He did it 4 times, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
We fell for it every time.
Yo, we in wild times, man.
Big time. This is a movie, man.
Yo, did you see 1.1 trillion got wiped out from the stock market today? With that ETF situation? There's $1.1 trillion that came out the stock market.
It went to ETH.
Look, hell yeah, look. Look at this. This is what the stock market looked like. We did it, Joe. This joint is bloody.
Where's the heat map for crypto?
Hell.
Oh, it kind of took a little hit too. Nah, I don't know. Something's happening, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, something just happened, bro.
Yep.
Something's happening.
1.1 trillion. You know, the only thing propping the stock market up is one company. It's NVIDIA.
That's it.
So you know, all the eyes is coming here, all the liquidity is coming here. We still not where we supposed to be, but just I mean, put that in perspective, bro. They getting ready and they going to come in this joint and go insane. Whoever missed this
They
one,
get to bring they get to bring bad money over and run the price up on new digital assets, guys. That's all they're gonna do is they're gonna bring bad money over and run the price up on digital assets. And all you got to do is take the foundation. And all you got to do after that is take the 1%. And between those two, do what you do after that.
Mhm. And I heard it was only one coin with regulatory clarity, and they got a court
That's it.
case. They got a court case next Wednesday, the same day we got the master class for the plan one reloaded. That's supposed to be
Oh,
the
that's the, oh, listen, you can't even make that up though, because the last time we had a master class on, was it the plan 1 or 2? Oh, it was 1.
plan one. That joint
Yo,
took off.
we destined for greatness, bro. It was the same day that the Ripple case was.
Ah, they try to silence. They try to silence my boy. He was talking too spicy.
They froze me again.
They try to clip you, bro. Nah, you
Yeah,
gotta run it back.
nah.
Run it
I'm
back.
out.
Run it back, man, real quick. And then we out.
Oh my God. So a year ago, we shot the master class to the plan, and we kept moving the date back. And then we got to a final date because it was a lot for us. It was our first one. When we got to the final date, it happened to be on the same day that Ripple got the, XRP got the regulatory clarity
July
that it
20.
wasn't a security. It was the same day. And one of our talking points was how to hedge against inflation. And we were showing people one of the ways was cryptocurrency. And one of the projects that we gave was the exact project that got the clarity. So now next week, Champ's telling me that that's the same day as the court case for Ripple to finalize everything. But the judge had already said today that all institutions and everybody can start to connect to the ledgers. Let me go buy some Flare. And that's not financial advice. I'm just telling y'all what I'm about to do right now. It's Flare I need, right?
Yep, for sure. Need Flare gonna run DeFi. And that's another gem. If you ain't in the 1%, man, you welcome. Wow, man.
Wild times ahead, man. Let me go get some Flare right now. And if you're in the group, Champ's gonna show you how to throw it in a protocol and make some Flare on top of your Flare.
Yeah, for sure.
What they calling that?
Delegating and wrapping.
There you go.
Staking, all that good stuff. We're gonna show you how to get busy a little bit.
But that's for the academy. Trust me, man. We're just a couple years ahead of what everything else is happening right now. Once it plays catch up, guys, you're gonna see there is a lot of money that's about to pour into this market right here. This is the next sector of the I'm losing my train of thought. 12th sector S&P 500. And if you go back to every other sector, it is some of the biggest sectors.
You poised, man. It's game time.
Hold on. So listen, here are the sectors, right? We got this is the 11 sectors currently. I told you crypto and blockchain is going to be the 12th, right? So these are the S&P 500 sectors. Real estate. Okay, so you guys have to understand there's a basket of things going through this thing here, right? Consumer discretionary. Okay. As of December, this is old. As of December in 2018, it was almost damn near a $5 trillion market. Right? Then you got real estate. Real estate makes up about 3% of the S&P 500. That's huge. You got the financial sector. That includes industries like banking, insurance, financial services, capital markets, and consumer finance. Come on, guys. That's the guys. That's where the money's at. That's where your money's at. Healthcare, big business. It's always ranked at the top. Information technology. Companies such as Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA. Companies in the sector provide services and infrastructure, networking and storage, and software applications. So you're laying a piece of tech. I'll get to that. Utilities. Come on, everybody knows what utilities are. That represents 3.3% of the sector. That's everything. Provides all basic needs for goods and services. Electricity, water, wastewater, to homes and businesses. That's everybody needs utilities, right or wrong.
Facts.
Communication services. Media and entertainment. That's your daddy. That's the guy that tells you what to do. That's the guy that tells you what to do. Media and entertainment. Consumer staples, right? So that's going to contain your day-to-day products, food, beverages, hygiene, household items. Did we not cover the entire gamut in the S&P 500? So if we're telling you that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is going to be the 12th sector of the S&P 500, and this technology actually lays over every single one of the 11 sectors, that means all their money and assets and everything is going to have to somehow flow through this new industry. How much is the industry worth? And understand this. This is the United States we're talking about. There is a global market. The UAE, Dubai, Europe, Africa. We will now know who the big dogs are. We will now know who the big dogs are. So how is it coincidental that 250 years is right here, and then you have some of the youngest world leaders creating coalitions in Africa right now? They're kicking out the Europeans. De-dollarization.
Hello.
They're getting rid of the US dollar. That we weaponized the money against the world, guys. That's what we did. You were able to live in pleasure, live in luxury. We went from YOLO to FOMO to nigga no, because y'all will not be having no more fun at the start of 2030. I promise that. Only the haves. It would be such a clear divide. FOMO, I'm glad FOMO's over. That was the rock, the NFT boys and you know what I'm saying? A lot of your influencers, they was part of that heist too.
Yeah.
Because all their avatars they didn't even have their photos at one point. They wanted to show you they had the bread with them dumbass NFTs. And I hope they never come back again. The Bored Apes and all that, whatever.
Club, yeah. Yep.
Super trash, bro. They went and exploited hip hop. And now hip hop's canceled. So who's the next victim? Hip hop's dead. That shit got to start over.
Yeah, we cook.
It's perfect timing though. Everything is cooked right now.
The Great Reset.
Yeah, that's it. It's we're ushering in new ways, new things, new ways to do business. The death of the middleman.
That's a bar.
But that's what decentralization is. Remember, the internet started out decentralized too, and somehow we found our way to like Meta and Google and Apple. And, you know, they formed they sold us convenience.
Yeah.
And addiction. But they called it networking. Yeah, that destroys the fabric of societies, guys. Trust me, I'm all for the technology, but we have to keep things kind of in
tack, some old ways. That's why I'm not so opposed to conservative ways like that. Because in essence, I am. I see a lot of new stuff happening, and I'm like, yo, why are we even addressing this shit? And then you start to go down that rabbit hole, and you start to see that this is how companies are actually being able to get funding and money from the government by pushing these initiatives. That's what y'all voted on. Yeah, I worried about them enslaving us again. It's not going to look the same. It's already here. It never went away. It just manifests in different ways. And if they ever, let's just say this, the worst thing, if they ever did black against white and they segregated us again, let's be honest, would that be a bad thing? Like if we were just really able to just do what we do, build our infrastructure, have our own army, make sure y'all don't be on no shit, would that be a bad thing?
No.
And take race out of the equation. What if it was just a cultural situation? So now all of a sudden, the Supreme Court is rolling back a lot of stuff where you can't say black this, black that, black unity, black for black only. Y'all see where you're going with this sort of situation? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I don't identify how they're talking. You know what I'm saying? Come on, those are words, man. We don't got to manifest that shit to be real. At the end of the day, all it's telling you is this institution does not want you here. Why y'all keep playing this dumbass game with these guys? It's done financially. Trust me, we are the talent. We are the talent. They can't do none of this shit on their own. They still haven't even figured out the pyramids yet. Come on, man. They know where the superior gene is at. So all I'm saying is if there was to be a divide, the worst case scenario, would it be a bad thing? And I'm gonna leave it at that. Just give it some thought. I like the flavor and the chances on this side. That's all I'm saying. Because if not for that fried chicken in them high-end restaurants, they don't got nothing. But they are frying the hell out of chicken now. And you know why? Because the talent is in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That roof crisp, man, that damn butter, that chicken, man. They can come out piping hot. You know which one I'm talking about?
That's stuffed chicken. That's
Stuffed chicken. There you go. Right. Extra butter. That's all we go in there for. I don't go there anymore though.
Yeah.
But we held that thing up.
Straight up.
And these restaurants, they start acting crazy in Atlanta, like kicking people out and doing like do you understand the power that we have, man? And anytime you need essential workers and things like that, and all hands on deck, women to heal and nurses and stuff like that, is always our sisters every single time. Hence why they would rather that, introducing that into their homes, nannies and things like that. That means you kind of know the energy to have someone taking care of your child for you. We're a lot more powerful than we lead on to be. They just have us thinking about the bread. And then, when you look at it clearly, they own the list. We don't even know if those numbers are really that real like that. Because, all that stuff is stated income on top of that.
Yeah.
And there's certain countries and guys that are involved in wealth that don't even subscribe to that number. But Trump and them, they backdoor, they buy it. Kanye, they just need to be on that list. That's the validation list. And for as long as we look at that, then we always gonna minimize kind of what we put here for. Like you spending too much time looking at that list. That shit is corny. If there's not even enough for all of us to even have that. And even if we did have all of that, then what would you do with it? They said it with reparations, even if they gave reparations and it was paid out, they showed how many years before that money came right back to the person on the other side. My wife likes to say, they're not interested in making $1 million. They just want to spend $1 million. That's it. People are just looking forward to just spending $1 million, just having $1 million lifestyle.
That's true.
Tell them the maintenance on them Bentleys, champ. Some tires going for.
Oil change 2,500.
What else?
My tire, one tire, I had a flat tire. Tire was 1,100 a tire, almost 1,200 a tire.
You had to change brakes.
Brakes and rotors 3,900.
That's the part that kills people. I'll leave you with this. So Dame Dash, he's talking the other day, and he, the money he got from Rockefeller and Rockefeller, he's like small amounts, $10-20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Small amount, because he's like, just think about it. When you're paying out $400,000 a month, that's $1 million every other month, $6 million a year. How long would $10 million take you? And that's just paying out what you, not even like new verticals. That's not including the travels, the food. That's just kind of like fixed income stuff. So be careful what you ask for.
No talk.
And it could just be too much for most people to sustain or even manage. Because if that was the case, then look at all these athletes that, not even 2-3 years out of playing professional sports, the stats are there. It's been mismanaged. We don't take time out to understand financial literacy. There's a new landscape being built out right now, and nobody wants to pay not even $1 for free. One, the first time we came out with this stuff, nobody wants to pay attention. And then you start to monetize, and you get some eyes on it because people see value, and there's value set on it. But then you're starting to teach at a time in history where people were charging you $20,000 for master classes to show you how to flip real estate. Bro, I could have. 10 could have went into the house and you would have had your first property, and just figure it out from there. So we're just at a weird place in history where really the information is what is really going to free people at this point now. Information and implementation. So at $50 a month, I keep telling you guys that we're just an insurance company at this point now. What do? I sell people insurance. What kind of insurance? That they don't fuck up in the future. Damn, that sounds expensive. Yeah, it's priceless. That's what they tell us. Priceless. How much is it? $50. $50 a month. $600 a year. Oh, okay.
That's the mic drop.
All right, so be done. Wrap it up.
Guys, .connect episode.
How was the chat, though? I ain't monitored the chat. How was that, real quick?
Chat super live. Everybody's engaged. Bombing. Sonya just checked out. She said she couldn't hang on no longer. She had to get some rest. So she's out of there, but we still strong. I think maybe 2 people might have dropped off. Still rocking. 2 hours. What? We did almost 2.5, huh? .connect. Episode 59. 60 piece after next week. Next week, we going Plan 1 Reloaded. We need everybody in the building. Y'all need that smoke. Y'all thought this was fun. We gonna clown next week. Let's go. And we should get an answer on our favorite digital asset. We should get some resolution. So we poised.
We will get resolution on that day.
Yeah.
Put your long positions in. Keep leverage low.
Let's go. July 31st.
Send us 10% of that win card.
Let's go.
Take profit at 15%, 30%, and then just let the rest ride.
Let it ride.
Do whatever and move the stop loss, man. Just don't give it all back to them. I'm telling you, man, we've been through a cycle of 3,800%. In a flash, how long did it take?
Straight up. That joint literally was like a snap of the finger. 30 days.
And what number asset was XRP on the list back then?
I think at the time it was toggling between 2 and 3.
But at one point we were ahead of ETH.
Yeah, we were ahead of ETH, yes. And the only reason that happened, we lost that market share when that lawsuit happened. And that joint, it went right back to its spot.
And we gave that information to you too. So in the 1%, the thing that gives you the top projects and the players, who to look for, all the information, all the data. In that particular one, we gave you day one champ shot the ETHgate story. And that's what kind of really got us going to where we at right now. And that actually changed my whole course of thinking with crypto, because I was so one asset minded type of guy. I was kind of ignorant. And then so I jumped on Team ETH, and it opened up a whole world for me. Because, you know, at the time, X didn't have it wasn't a basket of stuff. It was, you know, they were building that infrastructure back there. But ETH came together with like a basket of good layer 1s, 2s. And that gave me deep knowledge in the space. So, you know, I'll always have love for those guys, but it's just Yahoo. You know, it's like, it's cool, it's cute, you know, till it's not. Like, people building out quantum computers now, man. Everybody got time to paying gas fees. You're gonna pay $100 to send $100. Come on, man. Like, we work with that blockchain too much to know how bad it is, because that shit should be illegal, what they do. It's worse than your bank.
It's a fact.
I'm lying?
It's a fact.
Gas fees, anytime there's high volume, it's like you're forcing people not to sell when you do things like that. Literally, I remember one time the gas fee was like the price of the coin. I'm like, are you dumb?
3,000. You was trying to get into Hello Labs for that.
Hello Labs at that time. You know how I got into it? I took donations from my students who had the token, because they executed before I did.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, let's end it on that.
Guys.
I'm about to go to the Chinese store and get some fried chicken though.
No more poo-poo platters.
I'm gonna post that on my page.
Yo, listen, guys, we out of here. DoConnect Wednesdays, episode 59. We out of here. And I'm leaving y'all with this.
Don't fuck this up. You know, buy and hold. Don't use leverage. Use cold storage. Do the right. Don't fuck this up. You know, buy and hold. Don't use leverage. Use cold storage. Do the right thing. Don't get too speculative. Don't FOMO. Just don't fuck this up. This is the biggest opportunity we've ever been given. I've said that all the way from 2020 onwards. And in fact, I said it all the way back in 2012. It's the biggest macro trade of all time. Don't fuck this up.
We out.
My guy. Good shit.
Love y'all. We out.
Classic.
Next week.
Classic.